Thank you, Mia, for that excellent speech. Now, this is my 7th year here at ISL, and unfortunately, it may be my last. But I'm not going to mull over that today. I started off writing this speech with some idea of what I was expected to say. Go change the world, do what you want to do, perhaps 2 solid minutes of thank yous. But instead, I'm going to take us back to the first few days of middle school, where we got to go outside as soon as we'd finished our lunch, instead of having to wait. Where we got to eat pizza every single day, and we ate it. That's the only thing we ate for 3 weeks, and I don't know if you parents know that. And a place where Mr. Keach and the other teachers encouraged us to take control of assemblies and events. I'd like to ask you some questions now, and please raise your hand if this applies to you. And parents, feel free to raise your hand on the count of your children. How many of you are looking forward to high school? I was a little hesitant, but I see that's pretty much all of you. How many of you would rather stay in middle school? How many of you would rather stay in bed? I thought so. Now, raise your hand if you feel prepared for high school. Did you feel the same way when going into middle school? Because I know I did. But even so, I struggled during middle school. And my mom knows that too. I mean, parents, raise your hand if you got emails for late homework from your children. Mom, you don't have to raise your hand. They already know. So we had a lot of adjustments to make. And I think there will be adjustments in high school too. But there's an upside to this as well. Back in 6th grade, we started out doing projects about conflicts around the world. One of them was the civil war in Syria. This year, in 8th grade, we started out by doing projects on immigration from Syria. My point, what am I trying to tell you? Well, even something that we learned back in 6th grade can still have an impact on us today, and probably in the future, such as giving in your homework. Deadlines never change, not even for parents. Now, I'm going to have to break from my earlier word and continue with some thank yous. Because I think that we have all of our teachers to thank for mentoring us, the class of 2020. Not just have they given us knowledge, but they've given us confidence, foresight, and inspiration. As once put by William Wold, a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, but a great teacher inspires. And I think that we have our teachers to thank for inspiring all of us. So let's just give a round of applause to our teachers. But I'm not done yet. We still have to thank our parents. See, they've been with us before we even started studying, and they're going to be stuck with us for at least another 4 years. So, sorry in advance. Now, I don't know how many of you have considered this, but for our parents, for a lot of our parents, it's a first time as well. For example, my parents. This is the first time that they have a child going through middle school, or the first time that they're going to graduate to high school, or graduate university. I think leaving the home will be a lot harder for them than it is for us. And we still have wisdom to gain from our parents. So I hope in the next 4 years that I'll be able to learn. So can we just give one round of applause for our parents? Thank you. Now to finish, I'm going to leave us with one last task. That's us, the students. Enjoy the next 4 years. What you learn outside of the classroom will last you a lifetime. As John Adams once said, there are 2 educations. One will teach you how to make a living. The other, how to live. And this isn't a lesson that's going to come from the parents or the teachers. This is one that we're responsible for. Opportunity doesn't come knocking. We have to go out and find it. And when we do, we have to work on it. Be it NISIS, MUNs, math competitions, student council, whatever floats your boat, and learn from these experiences, because unlike my sentences, learning doesn't have a full stop. So, class of 2020, can we give one last round of applause for the last 3 years of middle school and for the next 4 years of high school?